Hello everyone, welcome to ViTech Talks. As part of AWS integration with the MuleSoft series, we are going to talk about the below use case today. What is the use case? Okay, the use case is read data from S3 and insert into Snowflake. So this is one of the real-time use case. Okay, we are going to talk about today. So read data. So what type of data? Okay, first you need to understand. So what type of data we are going to read? Okay, that is very important. So that is one of the consideration, whether it is a CSV or JSON. Okay, whether it is a CSV or JSON. In this use case, we are going to convert, okay, from CSV to JSON, and we are going to insert into Snowflake. So here, if you want to practice this use case, we need AWS credentials as well as Snowflake credentials. You know already how to create, okay, AWS account and Snowflake account. So if you don't know how to create AWS and Snowflake, just go to our channel, ViTech Talks. So here I have created playlist. Okay, this one is for AWS, and there is one more playlist for Snowflake. Okay, so it's very simple. It will take hardly 5 to 10 minutes, not 10 minutes. Okay, 5 to 6 minutes to create both the accounts. So first you can create AWS and Snowflake account. Then you can watch this video. Okay, then you can watch this video. Now, so far we have seen, okay, how to create S3 bucket and how to store the data and how to read the data also. Okay, as part of this use case, we are going to use the previous use case because 30% code, 30% logic, we are going to use it from previous use case only. Okay, that's what we are going to do. So this one. Okay, let's jump into the practical session. So in order to, so first what we need to do, we need to read data. See, read data from S3 and insert into Snowflake. You can consider, okay, you can keep it as this one into two parts. This one is one part and this one is for another part. Okay. So here we need to fetch the data and here we are going to insert the data. Now, just see. Okay, here you can use listener. Okay, you can use listener, create new project and use listener and keep on logger if you want. We need to use get object. Okay, because we need to read the data. So that is the reason I'm using previous project itself. Now, I need to generate access key and secret key. Again, if you are watching this video for very first time, so what you can do, you can go to our channel and you can see this playlist. Okay, I have created multiple videos, how to generate key and access key and secret key. Okay, then get object. So here we are going to provide AWS, okay, AWS bucket name, the file name, okay. The file name also I'll pass it via front end. The same file only I'm going to insert into Snowflake. So or else the file also you can configure in a configuration file. That is up to you. Now, after reading this data, okay, what I will do, let me keep it as breakpoint. Okay, let me keep on breakpoint here as of now. Now, one part is done. First, let's configure everything and we'll see what are the issues we are going to face. Now, what we need to do, we need to insert, right? We need to insert a data. into Snowflake. So here we need to use search in Exchange, type Snowflake, type Snowflake. Okay, click on finish. See, okay, first what I will do, I'll go for normal insert, then I'll explain what is the use of bulk insert also. Okay, just take insert here. Okay, just take insert and configure these values. And we need to configure the values. So I have already created Snowflake account. Or else what I will do, I will take it from previous project also. Okay, this 7. So in order to get username, okay, in order to get username, so what you can do, account name and all, you can go to account. So here there is one URL, copy account URL. Okay, copy account URL and keep it into somewhere. Okay, so this one is required. So this one up to this one is account name. Up to this one is account name. So we need account name as this one. Next, warehouse details. Okay, so a lot of things it is required. Anyway, you can watch that playlist so that you will get to know. So directly I'll configure here. Okay, for this one, I'm not going to keep it in a configurations. If you want, you can keep it. Okay, if you want, you can use the properties file and keep those values. Now click on this plus button. Just observe here. You can take connection as basic Snowflake connection. Okay, so far. Click on this one. Click on configure here. Add Maven dependency and click on finish. So automatically the corresponding jar will get download. Now the account name. So this is my account name. What is the warehouse? So how to take the warehouse? So this is our warehouse. Okay, I'll go with, so where I have practiced my query. Okay, let's see. Worksheets. So which one I need to take? See, observe here, there are 3 warehouse names it is available in my system. One is exercise warehouse, compute warehouse, DBA warehouse. Okay, I want to create a table also for this. Okay, copy DB, exercise, our first DB. Okay, I'm going to use our first DB. Okay, I'm going to use our first DB. So our first DB is available where? I want to execute this. Okay, compute. Okay, the warehouse name is compute WH. Compute WH. Which warehouse you need to use? Now, what is the database? Database name is our first DB. Okay, our first DB. Now, what is the schema? Schema is public. Schema is public. Now, you can provide your username. My username is VIT-SCHOOL7. So the password you can provide here. 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 Now the role account admin. Account admin is my role. Now click on test connection. Let's wait for few seconds. Whether all these details are correct or not, we can verify here. Okay, see, now test connection is successful. So that means you can able to connect with Snowflake now. See what you can do, you can keep all these values into configuration file and you can read from there. Okay, click on OK here. Now, okay, let it be this one. So you need to decide, see here is the problem. See what type of file you are reading. Okay, you are reading CSV file. So do you know what are the properties? I mean, what are the columns it is available? Okay, that is what first we need to know about that. So then only you can able to create. Okay, so my sample data looks like this. So how it looks like? Okay, what are the columns it is available? ID, first name, last name, email, location, and department. Okay, just copy this one. Just copy this. Somewhere I have created. Let me check whether the table is available or not, or else I'll create a new table. This is about first stage. Okay, now. So let me check the table, or else I'll create new table here. Yeah, here you can see mule integration. Okay, there is one worksheet. I have created mule integration. See what are the properties? See ID, it is an integer. First name string, last name is string, email is string, location, department. Okay, these are the values we are going to create. Okay, these are the values we are going to store it. Now just observe, I'm going to create the table name here, create or replace. Okay, the table name and the properties. Now select star from, just observe, is there any data it is available? No data it is available. Now what you need to do, suppose I want to insert some data. Let me write a manual query here. Okay, so how we are going to do this? See, insert into your database name. Okay, your database name and schema name and table name. So these details we have already given. Then you can directly give your table name here. ViTech employees is my table. Insert into table name. What are the columns it is available? Okay, just simply copy this. Okay, these are the columns which it is available. Now insert into values. Okay, the values I'm going to provide for my testing purpose. Simply I'll give one, the double quotes, no, okay, or email test@of gmail.com. Location is Bangalore and department is IT. Okay, like this we are going to generate, right? Now see, compilation error. Insert into table name. Okay, so everything is correct. Let me check. ID integer. Okay, first name last name, email, insert into table name the values. SQL compilation error. What is this compilation error? Okay. Does not exist or not authorized. Okay. So here we need to select this, which database we are working, or else better I will keep here while executing itself. So or else what you can do, here you can select your database name and schema name, which database we are working. Now let's see. Invalid identifier line 17. If it is a string, okay, you need to keep it in a single quotes. So this will allow only single quotes. So if you want to insert in a manual way, okay, the strings are going to give it in single quotes. Okay, number of rows are inserted one. Okay, this query is going to work. So this is for normal manually inserting. Okay, normal way of doing. But what is our requirement? I have a file. See, I have a CSV file in my S3 bucket like this. I want to insert this data. I want to insert this data. Now go to your project. So use this same query. So here you need to write your query here. Just observe what we need to do. We need to change. So you need to pass the values dynamically. You colon and ID. Okay. I'll copy paste this one and let me change in front of colon for everything. So static way we need to bind it. Okay. Colon, colon, colon. Okay. Email and location. Okay, fine. Okay, this should be fine. And input parameters, you need to give us payload here. Okay. See, before going to send into this query, the payload should be in a JSON format. Okay, then only it is going to accept. Okay, how to do this one? Okay, let's see. The save is done. So you can assume there are 100 records. I want to perform an insertion. Okay, I'm using single insert. So this time you need to use for each. So inside for each, you need to keep, okay, you need to keep insertion here. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to add one logger here. Just add logger. Inside this logger. So inside for each, okay, inside for each. So the input payload, I'll keep it. So what is the input payload for this query? Okay, the SQL query. Now let's try to test this one. See, still not yet completed because we'll see what is the data it will come and what is the data we are going to store it and what are the issues we are going to face here and how to fix this. This is very important. See, the flow is simple. So what we are doing is we need to read the data and we are going to insert. So in between there is a problem. In between there is a problem. How to overcome those issues, okay, we are going to see now. Also, read data. So what kind of data we are going to read? So that we have to mention here. Read data, read CSV. Okay, read CSV data from S3 bucket and it's set into Snowflake. Okay. Okay, let's keep it in the middle. So just observe here. So I'm going to read this data file. Okay, employee data underscore one. Okay, so this is my file. If I go and upload, okay, whether I have uploaded correct file or not, we'll see. Okay, employee data underscore one CSV. Okay, this is my file. Let's copy this file name. Let's copy this and go to Thunder client and prepare new request. Okay, I'm going to prepare new request. Read data and insert into Snowflake. Localhost 8081. Okay, this is going to help us. Okay, fine. So what is the file name? Employee data 1.csv. So this is the file name we are going to read and we are going to insert into Snowflake. You know how to read. Okay, up to reading part is fine. Up to reading. So after reading only the issues will come. We'll see what type of issues it will occur. Click on send. Okay, now it came here. Fine. Click on next process. Okay, now we can observe. Now just observe here. What type of data we are getting? Okay, see what type of data we are getting. Let's go to data web playground and I'll paste it here. See, this is very important. Okay. So what type of data we are receiving? So we are receiving it's a CSV format or text format. Okay, whatever it is. See, if it is a CSV format, it should directly convert into JSON. Okay. But okay, we'll see. After executing this one, if we keep evaluate and payload, so we are getting this data. Okay, there is no MIME type. Okay, media type it is showing us. Okay, nothing. Application object stream. Okay, object string caret set is UTF-8. Okay, let's see. Is there any configuration we can provide here? No, nothing. So here only we need to fix. Okay, after getting this data, what is going to happen? We'll see. F6. Now, what is there in payload? See, after this payload, if you observe here, so what is happening? There are some slash n's and slash t's. See what we are expecting? We are expecting this format, but what it is converting, we'll see. So what it is converting, The conversion is in this format. The conversion is in this format. Okay. So output text I'll give. See, that is in this format. So this is the issue. Okay. See, ID slash r it coming slash n it is coming. So we are unable to read. I mean, we are unable to convert this data into CSV format first. Okay. In the first step, we are unable to convert, even though if we are using, see, the same query, I mean, the same code, output application slash JSON. But here it is converting successfully, but that is not in a CSV format. That is as in text format it is coming. Might be that is the reason we are getting this kind of output. So now how to convert this text to JSON? Okay, text to JSON, and sorry, first we need to convert this text to CSV. Then what you need to do? You need to convert into JSON format. So how to do this one? Okay, let it be. Anyway, this is going to fail because it should be in a JSON format. Then only it is going to go for one by one. Anyway, we'll get an issue. Okay, it will come out of it. No problem. See, expecting array, but it is providing. It's providing string. Now, here only the transformation should happen. Okay. So what kind of transformation? Just observe here. So the input, so whatever we are going to get from S3, so it is not generating the CSV. So if it is generating CSV, it's well and good. It is giving us text format. It's very, very important. It's giving us text format. So how to convert this into CSV now? We'll see. We do have read. Okay. Read payload of application slash CSV. It's not working. What is the issue? Yes, here you need to keep double quotes here. Okay, now we can see. So how the data looks. Okay. So the data is coming as ID, first name, last name, email, location, and department. So this is what we need to write. So it's very simple. Okay. So what you can do, you can go to your query. Okay. Anyway, let me run here. In the payload section, I'll keep this entire query. I mean the entire script. You can click on evaluate. See, after this, we can able to see the data in JSON format. This is what we are expecting. So the for loop and all, it will expect an array. It will expect an array. So this change is required. So what I will do, let me add this. Okay. So the changes are didn't get saved. The changes are didn't get saved. Let me save it now. See, this is one kind of transformation. So what we are getting text format. While reading itself, we are going to see from text to CSV, CSV to JSON. We are printing as an output. Okay. So this way it is going to work. This way it is going to work. Okay. So it is successfully started now. What we can do? Okay, still it is refreshing. Just wait for few seconds. See here. So from S3 bucket means it will store up to 5 TB to 5 TB, right? Okay, let's see how much it is going to store. S3 bucket. Okay, 5 GB of data, it is free for 12 months. Okay, you can store as much you want, but as of now, 5 GB, it is free. Okay, that's fine. So you can assume there is 2 GB data. There are 1 million or 2 million records. So whether this for each is going to work us, it will help us? No. You have to use parallel for each. You have to use parallel for each or batch processing. Also, you need to use aggregator, those kind of concepts. So for that one, what you can do, I have created one playlist, MuleSoft real-time use cases. You can watch this playlist. Okay, you'll get to know one idea. Now, let's see. Let's see here. Click on send. Click on send. Okay, now we can go to object. So here you will get the data. So what is the payload? Just observe here. So this one is in a text format. This one is in a text format. Now, after this, just observe the payload. The payload is converted into array format. Now, it will read one by one. What for each will do? It will read one by one and it is going to insert. Okay. See first record. It is going to insert first record. So it is displaying in. It is displaying in logs also. So one record is done. Next, second record. So like this, if there are 100 records, so 100 times the DB operation is going to work. Okay. 100 times the DB operation is going to work here. Okay, so far I have inserted 10 records. Let's see. So how many are inserted? Go to Snowflake and verify. See here how beauty it is. Okay. So if you want to process all, then click resume. Okay. Okay, there is one breakpoint, right? Remove breakpoint and click a resume here. So that what will happen? Within fraction of seconds, all 100 records is going to insert. All 100 records is going to insert. Okay. See as many it is there, then it is going to insert here. We are not sure how many records are there. We are not sure how many records are there in a file. Okay, let's see. Okay, still it is running. Okay, because it is in a debug mode. Okay, it is running. I hope it should be 100. The total count, it would be 101 after completion of this process. Now there is another way what you can do. You can use parallel for each. Parallel for each. Okay, I don't want to use parallel for each also. Then there is another way. We can use bulk insert. See, why we are going to use bulk insert? Suppose if there are 1 million records, 1 million records, is it good practice to hit 1 million times with the target system? No. So that is the reason what we can do. We can use bulk insert. So bulk insert, it will do it in a single. I mean, it's like mass insert. Okay. So what I will do, I can go to Snowflake. Okay, I can go to Snowflake. We do have bulk insert. Just drag this one. Just drag this connector and take this connector here. Now, just change the SQL query. Okay, just change the SQL query and add here. And rest of the process, what you can do, you can comment. So for each part, I have commented out. Okay, now we'll see how many records are inserted. Better I will go with count star, or else it will show here. Okay, 101. Now you can see. So how many records are there? There are 101 records are inserted. Okay. Now just observe. I'm going to delete the data. Okay, this time I'm going to delete from table. Okay, cool. Now if I go to select query, if I run select query, how many records? There are 0. So now we are using bulk insert, right? Just see the beauty now, how it is going to work. So I want to insert this data file. Okay. Now click on send button here. Click on send. Okay. It is going to read the data from S3 bucket. So this one is the transformation. Okay. We are transforming from text to JSON. Okay. First, what we have done, text to CSV. Let me write text to CSV. Then we have converted into JSON finally. Okay. Now let's see how much time it is going to take. See, this is done. Okay, it is executing now. It's executing now. Now let's try to see how many values are inserted. No, it is not yet inserted anything. Okay, still it is loading. Okay, we are in a debug mode. Still the process is working. Okay. I think the previous changes only it is taking, even though if we have commented out. Okay, what I will do, I'll run in a normal mode. Okay, I'll run this in a normal mode and I'll keep one logger here, Control C, Control V. So insertion is successful. Okay, sometimes what will happen? So if it is in a debug mode and you have made some changes, it won't reflect. Okay, better try to stop the application and rerun it again. See, either you can use for each. If you have less records, you can go with for each or parallel for each. Okay. Or else what you can do, you can go with batch processing. Here also you can use batch processing. So here I have 100 records. I don't want to hit 100 times with the same database. I'm going to use bulk insert here. Okay, bulk insert. Let me remove the data. If it is there any, no, nothing is there. Okay. So once the application is deployed, then we are going to see how it is going to perform. So here the tricky part is little bit, okay, only transformation. Okay, you have to know the data wave code. You have to know the data wave, how to transform the data from one format to another format. Okay, that's very important. So that is what we have done here. Okay, we have done here. Okay, it is deployed now. Okay, let's see. So it is running. See 200. Okay. Okay, 200. Okay. So that means the process is completed. See here, there are 100 rows. Okay, there are 100 rows. So it's inserted successfully. Okay, it's inserted successfully into our Snowflake database. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching this. We'll see you in our next video. How to automate. I mean, now we are running from Postman or Thunder client. Now, the next use case is I want to automate whenever there is a file, it is going to sit in a S3 bucket. I want to insert into Snowflake. Okay. You can also try once. If you are unable to complete, then stay tuned. We'll see you in the next video.